Prepare as thoroughly as you can. The guys play their asses off.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game. Another game.
Listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
You probably won't say it again.
I bet I do.
Okay.
Chris?
If you want to crown them, then crown their ass. If they are who we thought they were, when we let them off the hook.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Gather around, Skull Brothers and Sisters. This is Skull Rants, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk, live. I thought it'd go live. It's a special day. 23 people already seen this. Let's go. Let's go. Can't wait to talk to you more about this. Make sure you tell me, tap in. Tell me where you're from. Tell me, why you're a Vikings fan. Tell me about what you feel about the Justin Jefferson news. I just want to hear you guys. It's a little impromptu live. So I just wanted to talk to everybody and see how they're feeling. I mean, it was exciting, man. It was exciting to find out that Justin Jefferson finally signed. In fact, I felt like it's earlier than I expected. I thought he was going to sign, when he got to camp. He didn't. He signed before mini camp. I thought he was going to sign before training camp. Whoa, who is that? It's from Twitter. All right, man. Hey, here's what you should do. Go to YouTube. Go find me on YouTube, and then subscribe and follow these. We do live shows. We do several videos a week. I've had great guests. Had Alec Lewis from The Athletic. Great article. Check my page out on Twitter. It's on there. Just did a video about the Justin Jefferson signing. YouTube's not pushing it for some reason right now, so I decided to go live so I could talk about it. All right, Dylan, what's up, man? What's going on? Let's go, Dave. Well deserved. Skull. All right, let's go. And this is the guy, New Orleans, LA Skull. Make sure you go to YouTube, man. Find me there. Also, go look at the Alec Lewis video. You talked about PTO, OTAs. What I'm saying. We're talking about OTAs and the camp battles. Great video. One of my favorite videos I've ever done. It's got about 200 views right now. I posted this morning. Great video. And if you're not reading The Athletic, you should, for the low cost of $2 a month, apparently. But Alec Lewis is now one of my favorite. He's replaced Will Regis as my favorite writer. There we go. All right. Sorry, Will. But hey, my big thing about this signing, here's the positives. Well, let's start with the one negative. It's $140 million. It's $35 a year. That's $2 million more than Bosa's getting. I guess they put in a little cushion there. It's ironic that was the last contract signed by Kirk Cousins, this $35 million extension for 1 year. I mean, it's a little awkward. I think that we thought that the Vikings were paying too much for a quarterback that touches the ball 50, 60 times a game, and now we're paying the same amount for a guy who touches 8 to 11. Let's talk about the positives, though. That my point was that Justin Jefferson, even though he's going to cost a lot, we're in a window of now the structure of it is these 4 years tacked onto this year, so it's 5 years. Well, that will run the course of J.J. McCarthy's rookie contract if we take his 5th-year option. And that's why my thumbnail is that they'll be together for 5 years. Not often do you see that you guys got contracts lined up with your number one receiver, your number one quarterback. That's great. It doesn't eat this year's contract up, which is awesome. It works out good. Now, I love my freaking headphones. Super chat's available. Help me buy some new headphones. Let's go. All right. Now, it doesn't eat up this year. So I'm curious about the structure. I wonder if it's peanut butter spread or evenly spread. I wouldn't mind it being a little more like early, the money early, because next year we'll have so much cap room, and then later years we may not. So this did provide Kwesi with flexibility. We got money to spend on Darisaw next year. Uh, the fact that that 5-year window now with JJ and the JJ squared team combined for 5 straight years is that's our window now. I feel like we got a window, and it may start next year. JJ's learning; he may not even play this year, according to Paul Allen. I mean, I my hope is that he does, but my hope is that whoever starts, plays well, keeps the job, we win a Super Bowl. Obviously, I'm going to treat every quarterback like that. Sam Darnold is looking good in OTAs, but he always looks good in shorts. He's physically a gifted quarterback. Hopefully, he gets the middle of the game down. He understands the offense. He plays within himself, and his defense balls out. All right, Raymond Hogan, what's up, man? Skull J to JJ. That's gonna be awesome. T-shirts coming. There we go. We got RJ Washington, New Orleans, LA, Moss, my favorite Vikings. So that's how I become stuck like super glue. Of course. Also, me and Moss birthday same day. Awesome. I'm April 20th. That's the same day as Hitler. So I don't share the greatest of holidays or birthdays. Great news, Adam Dubb. What's up? Woo woo. All right, man. Yeah, it's in the second part of that. If the Super Bowl window lines up with their number one, offensive threat with our rookie quarterback, that they could grow together. Have that chemistry. He'll be 9 years into the league at that point. Still young enough to get a smaller extension. That last year is not guaranteed. Much of the third year is. So in the timeline of things, 2024, he's under contract in his rookie contract. He signed an extension for 4 years. Who knows what that works? But in his video, and we'll watch it together here. In his video, he says that the next 5 years. So that means the 4 years is tacked onto this year. So you're looking at year one fully guaranteed, year two fully guaranteed. It's 110 million, right? So that's 70 million. Well, the third year guaranteed is only 30 million. So he's getting 35, 35, 30. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, geez. It's 110 million. It's 110 million guaranteed. Let's do the math. First year 35, second year 35, that's 70. The third year 35, that'd be 105. So he's got 3 years guaranteed. Yeah, he's got 3 years guaranteed, with that fourth year being $5 million. So he's got 3 and some change guaranteed. That's incredible. So you're looking at possibly that last year being renegotiated if there's a decline, if there's, who knows, team friendly deal because we're close to a Super Bowl again. Maybe he just loves Minnesota. I don't know. The salary cap goes up. Maybe he gets more. Maybe we're talking about even more stupid money by then. But it lines up perfectly. So the window's there. Now, God forbid, bang on fake particle board on my desk, cheap desk, that if JJ McCarthy, for some reason, heaven forbid, does not pan out, we're looking at being able to trade Justin Jefferson with a 50 with that last year of his extension not guaranteed. So that helps in trade value. Depending on the structure of this, again, the best part about it is it doesn't eat this first year of the contract. Nice. Shout out to Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah for even though he broke the bank, he made some positives out of it. He got the 5th year. You got 5 straight years with JJ if we want it. Last year, negotiable. And then it lines up perfectly with JJ McCarthy. So all of those things are great. What's up, squad? Make sure you hit like in this video. Let's see how many likes we got. Let me see how many likes we got. 8. That's not bad. We got 6 watching right now. So, and then we got GG Sports in the house, Super Bowl. That's what we're talking about. I think they go live tonight, so make sure you tune in for them. I think they go live at 7 p.m., 6 Central, 6 Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. I used to do the drive at 5 o'clock. I don't know if I'll be, or 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock Central. I'm not sure if that will start up again. We'll see. Looking at a few jobs might interfere with the with the time. But hey, JJ, another thing, the great thing about this, you know what? Let's just watch the video. Let's watch the video. This is how great he is. The guy that announced it. They handled it properly, and it blew up the internet. Here we go.
Y'all for giving me this opportunity. Ben, my agent, thank you for getting this
It's over. Here we go.
The time has finally come. The deal I've been waiting for since I was a little kid. Being doubted my whole career, not being highly recruited, not being the first receiver off the draft board. This whole journey wasn't easy for me. First off, I want to thank the man above. Without God, wouldn't be possible at all. To be given a gift to play football at the highest level.
I'm gonna pause it occasionally just so it does that I'm live, that I won't get kicked off the internet. I don't know. It's off of Twitter, so I don't think it's gonna be a problem. But reaction videos, you want to add value, otherwise you get demonetized. So it's great that he talks about what he came through. He did. He was basically a favor to his brothers at LSU that they got him. That's really his only FBS school, and he came in as what, a 2-star, I think, a 2-star receiver. He was small, way small. I mean, even in high school, he wasn't like a dominant player whatsoever, but he got there. And the great thing about that is he had older brothers, and he thanks them in this video. And he thanks the man above. So a lot of respect for this dude, the way he's handled it, and coming out with the announcement. It's a very first class video.
It's a blessing. It's an honor. My mom and dad, thank you. This is a journey for all of us. And y'all still with us every step of the way. To my brothers.
That's my best friend telling me JJ got his bag at the top there. As I was recording this, I recorded a text message. And it says JJ got his bag. That's awesome. What timing?
Ricky and Jordan, y'all are everything. Y'all made me who I am today. This is a new step in our journey, a new step in life. Always dreamt of this moment, and to now share it with all of y'all. A dream that we all had. It's a blessing. Kevin O'Connell, Quezzy, the Wilfs, I appreciate y'all for giving me this opportunity. Ben, my agent, thank you for getting this deal done. Last but not least, thank you to the fans. Y'all set the tone, y'all set the mood, y'all set the energy, and I'm definitely excited to set that energy for 5 more years. Thank you, all of the ones that supported me.
He said 5 more years. So that's 4 years tacked on to this year, which is awesome.
Throughout the whole way. This is the start of it, but we ain't done yet. Just wait. Yeah.
Look at that logo. That is awesome. Can we steal that? Use it for t-shirts? No. But Jay Jetta logo. That's pretty awesome. Hey, send a video. Well, hey, just go to his Twitter page. You're looking on Twitter, but do yourself a favor. Get on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, to others. Get Vikings content on YouTube. Great community. A lot less ridiculous stuff happens on YouTube than on Twitter. So come on over, subscribe to our channel, and get some good news. And if you look at my Twitter page at Skull World, you'll see a couple of videos I just did. One was with Alec Lewis about the camp battles and OTAs and his review. He's a writer for The Athletic. He's a beat reporter for the Vikings. One of my best videos that I ever was a part of. You got to go watch it. But 140 million, man. 140 million. Now, I know I got more people watching this. I'm starting to get more people coming on. Tell me what you think about this 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 extension. How do you feel it's going to work out for the Vikings? You know, is it too much? What's the deal? Skull from San Diego, California, lifelong Vikings fan. Awesome. I had the pleasure of visiting San Diego for 3 days. I unfortunately I was gonna go to the game, Adrian Peterson's rookie year, where he knocked the socks off the Chargers, and I was gonna go to that game, but there was fires all across California, and I wasn't able to go. But I did visit later. Tijuana is a crazy place. Don't recommend it. Although the Mexican food was unreal because it was Mexico. But yeah, yeah, RH, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you. Check out our live shows. Right now we're going every other week on Tuesday nights. And we're split between GG Sports Podcast and myself, doing a lot of live content. I do a lot of interviews. It's my main thing. Interviewed a lot of people: Chuck Foreman, Greg Coleman, Paul Krause, Thor Nystrom, Kyle Sloter. Go check my channel out. Go look at the live shows. Check those videos out. And go look at my recorded videos. That's where I got Kyle Sloter. Go look for their pictures. I got Chuck Foreman out there. Great videos, great interviews. Thor Nystrom was my biggest interview I've ever done. 7,000 views on that one. Talks all about JJ McCarthy. So if you like to listen about JJ McCarthy, go look at my video for the one where I did with Thor Nystrom a couple months back. Great video. But yeah, tell me what you think. I got a bunch of people watching this video right now. Tell me what you think about Justin Jefferson. I want to hear from you, man. I gotta hear from you. Let's go. I don't think it cash wraps us too bad, only because of lost the camera. All right. I was like slowly fading. I hope that stays. Here we go. Let me just fix that. All right, that'll do it. So as far as the cash wrapping us with the Justin Jefferson contract in the JJ McCarthy working out, I mean, they perfectly align. The 5th year will be the 5th year option for JJ McCarthy, where he'll start to get paid, while Justin Jefferson was only guaranteed $5 million that year. So mathematically and economically, it fits out pretty good. Roger Lindquist, hi Dave. Finally got a day off and get to get into your show. Hey, I appreciate it, Roger, man. I guess you're subscribed, so that's awesome. Make sure, you know, I do you know, Tuesday nights at 6:30 Central Time, 7:30 Eastern. It's a good time. Wayward Walleye, you're still on Twitter. Come on to YouTube. But hey, I'm glad you're at least watching. I need to take, we can be wrong here, but you think JJ can overtake Darnold's spot? Yeah. I think he has the opportunity to. The problem I have is that we do have a tough schedule early, and then we go to London. I kind of expect that he doesn't start playing until TJ Hawkinson is healthy. And that's only if Darnold is playing bad. I think this team has loyalty. I think they like Sam Darnold. Josh McCown's a personal friend. Sam Darnold has a lot going for him as far as loyalty with the Vikings. His personality, pretty laid back. I don't think he's a feisty, competitive leader as a JJ McCarthy is, but it's a steep hill to climb to be proficient in an NFL offense. He did have a heads up playing for Harbaugh, but they ran a lot. And there's a lot more to this game, and it's a lot faster of a game than college. At 21 years old, it'd be hard thing to ask JJ McCarthy to do it. My viewpoint has been is if he's better, he should play. And as far as ruining a rookie, if he can be ruined, then he wasn't the right guy. I don't think good quarterbacks can be ruined, in my opinion, unless they get hurt. And that's the thing with the Vikings. We have 2 bookend tackles, middle interior line, so, but average, and then all the weapons around him. So that's what I'm thinking. If we get to TJ Hawkinson season, then I might look to start him playing more. I think all the QBs should be able to run the offense based off the weapons and scheme. They should give us wild card status. Yeah, it's my opinion that there's no reason this team can't win 10 games, because the defense is going to be so much better. Adding Van Ginkel and Greenard and Cashman, it's an upgrade. We lose Daniil Hunter, but we gain 3 players. I wouldn't consider Wanham. I consider him a rotational player. I don't think he's better than any of those 3 players that we got. And then you got guys just getting back into regular roles. And then with the cornerback position, we added a guy. He's going to play outside. He's going to give Murphy the opportunity to play inside. Then we're fighting for the other spot. And I like that competition, especially with Blackman. I think he can overtake it. I picked him as a starter last year. He ended up starting a few games. Didn't play the whole season as a starter, but I like him. He's very fluent. What's up, Chris Wallace? Checking in from Twitter. I know you're subscribed, so I don't need to ask you to get over to YouTube. I appreciate Chris Wallace, man. Where he's going to be appearing every month or week or every so often. Not every week, but every so often. Once or twice or once every month or 2. And welcome, Chris Wallace, to the Minnesota Sports Talk, dare I say, network. I do have an announcement. I am putting a show together once a month with Skulldog. He's appeared on my show a couple of times, and he's agreed. I'm going to produce a show for him, and it's going to be him. It's going to be called House Calls with Skulldog, and I think you're going to like it. He's a very prepared, knowledgeable fan. Does his homework, man. Better than me. Very well spoken. He's a doctor, for heaven's sake. Big brain there. So at Skulldog, if you remember right, he's the foot and ankle surgeon that he's appeared on several other shows. One Bar and Lupagus. He showed up. He showed up on Purple Daily and in their rant show after Kirk Cousins went down with the ankle surgery. I brought him on to do a review before the free agency period started about Kirk Cousins. Sorry, man. I still got this cough. He chimed in about Aaron Rodgers and his condition. Follow him on Twitter. He's at Skulldog. It might be at Skull_Doc. I don't know. But financial advisor by day, Vikings fan for life. That's Chris Wallace for you. And KRIS, much like Chris Carter, as he so graciously told me. Selling McCarthyism. I hope it's JJ McCarthyism and not McCarthyism of the I think it was the 50s. After seeing the Lions extend Amon, Ross, Sewell, and Goff, I'm less concerned about the Darrisaw and Bynum extensions. Well, I'm not concerned about it. The issue is he's kind of lowered his value with injuries the past couple of years, that he might be willing to not risk it and sign a better friendly deal. My worries is that although it would be great that he balls out this year, that just makes him more expensive. It didn't affect Justin Jefferson, though. He got hurt, and he still got paid the greatest non-QB contract in NFL history. Insane. Oh, man. What do we got here? It's JJ McCarthyism, as my profile pic indicates. I know. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. I know. I'm just kidding, man. Every time we see it, I'm a history major. I'm also raised during the Cold War and know what McCarthyism was. So I was just throwing that in there. It's just a boomer joke. Even though I'm not a boomer, I'm a Generation X, damn it. But again, make sure you check out if you want some bird's eye view of what OTAs were like, check out my video after this. Check out my video with Alec Lewis. Amazing, great video. It's in my top 10, if not top 5 videos I've done. Just a great dude. Just, there's a lot of guys that are kind of high on themselves and don't get back to you, and maybe or ghost you a little bit if you're trying to get a hold of him. Alec Lewis, my man, is so gracious. So gracious. This guy's is a good dude. Is worth a watch. If you're on Twitter, it's at Alec, ALEC. I actually have it here. This was the header last night. It's if you look there, at Alec_Lewis, at Alec_Lewis. So go check him out on Twitter. He's behind a paywall. It's The Athletic. It's not expensive, but it's some of the best writing out there. I think it's part of the New York Times. God forbid the New York Times, but not a fan. But the Athletic sports, it's got great articles. People rave about it. I'm yet to pay for it, but I've seen articles from it. This dude's good, man. Alec Lewis, he's a beat reporter for the Vikings. Showed up on my For You page. I texted him, and he shows up on one of my videos, and is willing to come back. So this guy eventually is gonna be a friend of the program. The Minnesota Sports Talking Network. Why? Because now I used to have Under the Lights, and now but I still have the Skull Experience, and now I'm gonna have House Calls with Skull Doc. House Calls, playoff of touchdowns. The preview is gonna be our famous Vikings house calls, Vikings touchdowns, like the Minnesota Miracle, various touchdowns. But I can't wait for that to happen. We're gonna do our first one probably after we're gonna do a review of mini camp. And again, he does his homework. So if you're following, you're on Twitter at Skulldoc. Great. And I recently did a video with him too. So after this, go look at Alec Lewis, go look at Skulldoc. Great videos. Go look at Jason, who I did a video with recently. All those guys are on Twitter. Great guys. Great to have on my show. All three of them are coming back, and they're not going to be regulars per se, but they're willing to come back, and it is awesome. Be part of this. Tell me what you think, man. When do you think JJ will take over, if at all? Tell me if at all. Now, Alec Lewis made a point to me, and I like to talk about it, is that he thinks Aaron Jones was the most underrated NFL player last year. And now we have him. He thought that when he was a Packer. Not that we got him in the Vikings and then decided to do it, but as a Packer, he thought he was. and mainly because of what he did in the playoffs. I think he's going to do big things. Absolutely big things to improve this rushing offense. He's a 3-down guy. He can do it all. And Alec Lewis made a great point that he is going to mentor Ty Chandler, because that's the type of guy he is. I think he's getting $7 million a year. He's 29. He knows his days are numbered. You're building relationships. You're showing you're coachable. There's jobs waiting for you in the future. Connections. This guy's a team guy. And Alec Lewis also made a great point. And I said it about Van Ginkel. Van Ginkel, Miami loved him. Packers, they loved Aaron Jones. These are like losing children to them. They were big time loved in their cities and their teams. Great guys, great players. now are Vikings. That's the type of people we wanted here. Greenard, I feel, is the same way. I think Cashman was the same way. It's just a great organization that it's bringing in great people. It's a community, it's a culture. It's a first class organization. We should be proud to be Viking fans. Not all NFL teams are like this. We got great owners, great coaches, great coaches. I think this is one of our best years for coaches. Now, there was a time where we had like a bunch of good head coaches under Zimmer, but they left. Or not head coaches, but coaches under Zimmer, but they left. I don't know what kind of environment he had going on there, but we could not keep OCs. We fired one. One quit on us. Both mid-season. So I don't know what kind of environment that was, but this go around, I think outside of Donatell, who was a great guy, I say Donatell, sorry, Donatell was a great guy, but apparently his defense was just mind-numbingly hard to run because it's just confusing, apparently. And this is according to Alec Lewis from the Athletic. But it's changed it's more of a downhill attacking defense. However, I think it was playing out of character because it's doing a lot of zone. And now we're starting to get guys that can press cover. And Kyrie Jackson, rookie, he seems to have the above Boo Jr. in the depth chart right now. I don't know what it means for Lewis Cine or Andrew Booth Jr., but it's not a good thing for them. I think Booth is a little more not to be worried about his job. I think he can beat out a McLaughlin. We didn't pay McLaughlin that much, and Booth actually played decent when he was in there. Cine just hasn't played, and there's all our safeties are stepping up when they're in there. FYI, Mina Kimes just posted a video on JJ McCarthy. I appreciate it. No king but Christ. Thank you, man. I appreciate RH. Let's go. Mina Kimes. Is that Grimes or Kimes? Mia Kimes. Mina Kimes. I don't know everybody. I don't follow everybody. So is she with ESPN or Fox? Who is she with? The name sounds familiar, but again, I'm getting old. I forget people's names. I sometimes forget players' names and say, "You remember that guy, or that guy?" But the one of the other camp battles was Reisner and Brandel or Brandel. Eric Lewis or Alec Lewis says Brandel, so I'll say Brandel, I guess. I think Brandel still got the job. I think he still got the job, and I think Dalton Reisner's given a healthy competition. Best man wins. I just want the best player out there, but it gives us a lot of flexibility because Brandel can play both positions because Reisner's only played left guard. What up, Dave? Been a minute. Purple Gang, Shane Jackson in the house. Let's go. Thanks for joining, man. Yeah, I don't go live barely ever by myself, but it is a special day. I did a video on Justin Jefferson. It didn't take off. I don't know what's YouTube. Is a slow day at YouTube or something? But you'd think a Justin Jefferson video would just pop off today, but it didn't. So I decided to go live and talk to you face to face. Let's go. Gosh. So camp battles, we're still talking about them. Wide receiver, I think it's not a whole lot of competition, just some of the last spots. It's not a sexy conversation to talk about. Same way with tight end. We know the situation there. The linebacker also not the greatest. So really it's a defensive tackle. I mean, there's not a whole lot of competition there. Maybe for a defensive end position. I'm starting to think that we just don't like big nose tackles. That's like this defense doesn't use big nose tackles. So a guy like Jaquelin Roy, and our 7th round pick, I forget his name offhand, but are penetrators. So I think I look forward to I look to that's cause havoc up the middle rather than pushing the pocket. If we stop the run, we stop the run, but let's get after the quarterback. And I think that's what our defense is going to be like, which is going to help out the cornerbacks so much. They're going to have a lot more time to less time they have to defend, which is a huge deal. I got more people watching, so make sure you hit like and then chime in here. Tell me what you think of the Justin Jefferson signing. Tell me where you're from. Tell me when you became a fan. Tell me anything you want to tell me. Ask me a question. I want to know what you want to know about, or what you want me to say about. I'd rather play off what you think. Now, it's been a while, so let's put this video up again.
The time has finally come. The deal I've been waiting for since I was a little kid. Being doubted my whole career, not being highly recruited, not being the first receiver off the draft board. This whole journey wasn't easy for me. First off, I want to thank the man above. Without God, wouldn't be possible at all. To be given a gift to play football at the highest level, it's a blessing, it's an honor. My mom and dad, thank you. This is a journey for all of us, and y'all still with us every step of the way. To my brothers, Ricky and Jordan, y'all are everything. Y'all made me who I am today. This is a new step in our journey, a new step in life. Always dreamt of this moment, and to now share it with all of y'all, a dream that we all had. It's a blessing. Kevin O'Connell, Kwesi, the Wilfs, I appreciate y'all for giving me this opportunity. Ben, my agent, thank you for getting this deal done. Last but not least, thank you to the fans. Y'all set the tone, y'all set the mood, y'all set the energy, and I'm definitely excited to set that energy for 5 more years. Thank you, all of the ones that supported me throughout the whole way. This is the start of it, but we ain't done yet. Just wait. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, that logo is popping. All right, what do we got here? Skull Mafia in the house. What's up, man? Purple Gang. Yeah, what a day, man. What a day. That's awesome. And man, Vikings for life. Beautiful day for the Viking fans. Hey, thanks for joining me on Twitter. I always got to tell you, take a moment, go over to YouTube, go to Minnesota Sports Talk. The link is my pinned tweet. You can go there and then hit subscribe, man. Come watch us on YouTube. Come be a part of Purple Gang. I'm doing things over here. Let's go. 2 years ago, I was at 100 subscribers. I'm now well over 2,800. Let's go. Growing channel, doing a lot of things. I just announced that Skull Doc is going to be doing a show for me. I'm going to be producing a show for him, and he's going to do it on my show. And then eventually, if he gets his own channel, it's going to be his show. I'm just going to do the producing for him. Gotta love it. I'm offering this to other people. If you know your stuff and not afraid to be on YouTube, ask me to get on my channel, and we'll see. We'll talk about it. I just if you want to be on YouTube, you want to be a guest, just ping me up. And then hit me up on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at Skull World, and just follow me there. What do we got here? Been watching the Vikings since the mid 80s. Yeah, that's when I started to be cognizant of the Vikings. Probably 87 was the biggest year for me. I was 14, but I was Vikings fan since birth, but really can't remember too much. Like the Minnesota, the Miracle at the Met, it's kind of before my time. I probably had a black and white television at that time, but I was young. I was a young dude. I think I was only alive for 2 of the 4 Super Bowls. One happened right before I was born. I think it was 73. Was when that second Super Bowl happened. So these are things I don't remember, but I remember. I knew who Chuck Foreman was. I knew who Ahmad Rashad was growing up. I knew who Frank Tarkenton was. It's a lot of history here. But M and Vikings for life. Make sure you come on over to YouTube and be a part of the family here. If you're not already, I appreciate it. In fact, let's check out. Oh yeah, come on over and subscribe. No, we haven't grown yet today, but all right, guys. I want to hear who you think the camp battles are. Is there something I'm missing? I talked about left guard. Talked about cornerbacks. Talked about quarterback. Those are really the 3 main ones I think that are up for grabs at the starting position. Some guys that are on the bubble, a Lewis Seen, you know, no, I'm kind of, just hasn't done anything. Anderby Jr. McLaughlin's a new guy that we just signed as a UDFA. I think we'll keep 6 corners. I think we might keep 4 tight ends again until TJ Hawkinson comes back. I think the defensive line will be a big rotation. Somebody's going to step up, hopefully. But if we're in it, we only got 3 draft picks next year. But the good news is we got a lot of cap space. So we got a lot going for us. If you weren't watching earlier on the show, I was talking about how the extension of Justin Jefferson tacked on to this year. So he's with us for 5 years. He says it in the video. Gosh, can't get over this cough. And that coincides with JJ McCarthy's 5-year rookie contract, 5th-year option. He's going to start getting paid in his 5th year. Justin Jefferson isn't guaranteed his 5th year. He's guaranteed like 5 years into it. He's got $110 million over 4 years, so that goes into year 5 or year 4. It guarantees 3 years. Yeah, guarantees. Yeah, so guarantees 3 years and $5 million. Mathing's hard. Mathing is hard. And I got to get over this. I actually started my podcast originally while I had COVID, and that's when I first started. And then I started doing YouTube after I got over COVID. It's 2.5 months, man, and the whole time I was doing a podcast, an hour-long show on the various Spotify and stuff. And I switched to YouTube, and I haven't looked back. Well, what do we got here? Oh, I appreciate it, man. Thanks checking out. Yeah, just come on over, hit subscribe, and click on the notifications. If you're watching right now, click on the notifications. Otherwise, YouTube might not share it with you. And usually only about 10-20% of the people actually watch the videos actually subscribe. So help a YouTuber out if you really like them, if you like their stuff, or just want to support them. The best thing you could do is subscribe and then turn on notifications. And if you watch a video, watch a bit of it, and that's how you help out a YouTube channel. Share it if you want to. That's great, but it's awesome that you're active part of it. Ask questions, be part of the chat. Love it. Want to hear all about it. Now that Kirk Cousins is gone, it's a lot more friendly in the chat, a lot more friendly on Twitter. I still got those guys coming at me, just because I I supported Kirk Cousins. I thought he was a good quarterback. I thought he was killing it the last 3 years. Just we didn't have a defense that could compete. And then last year he freaking gets his Achilles tendon. Good Godspeed to him and another team. But I can't wait to beat them. We play them later in the year. That's probably to our benefit because we'll still be figuring out we'll have TJ Hawkinson by then, and we'll still be figuring out, we may have the quarterback situation figured out by then. And who knows, maybe our defense is playing gangbusters. And who knows, we're in it and we've already traded and have upgraded. Z Cool. Oh, that's a motorcycle. Cool motorcycle. If Sam Darnold struggles, at what point would you give the reins to McCarthy? Immediately. So I even said this in a video. Let's say we win, but Sam Darnold plays bad, and thank God the defense just scored a bunch of turnovers. I would consider benching him right that week and starting JJ McCarthy the next week. I would go as far as to let him try again, but unless he balls out that next game, just give it to JJ McCarthy. Of course, JJ McCarthy has to show that he's competent to actually come in there and play, but I have confidence that he will. I love his mobility. He's more Sam Darnold's mobile for a quarterback, but McCarthy is a cheat code. He got elite quarterback mobility, and all the testing shows that. And he's one of the best 3-cone drills, which is short area quickness. This guy, he's good. He's good, mobile, very mobile, strong arm. He's got the temperament. Z Cool agrees. Let's go. Hey, at least somebody does. If you're just listening now, if you want to know more about the camp battles, I talked to Alec Lewis and from the Athletic, and he was at the OTAs, and he gave me all his input and his thoughts on it. Love it. All right, we got 14 likes on this video. Make sure you hit like it before you leave. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for asking questions. Love it. The other day I had this conversation, and it kills me. Everybody thinks this when they think of the Vikings. If you're not a Vikings fan, or you're just a casual fan out there in the NFL, you barely watch, and this is usually the conversation I have with people. Man, the Vikings haven't been very good. And I'm like, well, we won 13 games 2 years ago. But this guy says we weren't any good before we got JJ McCarthy or Justin Jefferson. You guys weren't any good before Justin Jefferson came. And I'm like, well, the 3 years prior to Justin Jefferson coming, we made the playoffs twice, 3 winning seasons, even though 2018 was 8-7-1. And if you count the year before in 2016, we won 8 games that year, but we didn't have a losing season. So 4 years in a row. So I tell the guy 3 years, 2 years playoffs, 1 year, 2 wins, 2-1 in those 2 years. And one of the games, one of the years we went to the NFC title game. And then Justin Jefferson comes. We have 3 losing seasons out of 4 years. And we make the playoff 1 time, albeit it's 13 wins. And now he was holding out. And I'm glad I can now change that to, hey, he's now signed a long-term extension. But I was a guy that wanted to start him. I love Justin Jefferson, or wanted to pay him. I love Justin Jefferson. I do not blame him for any of these losing seasons. I blame Ed Donashell, and Zimmer was mailing it in his last 2 years, it seemed. Defensively, time management was awful. And then Kevin O'Connell took over, and I think it's changed. The atmosphere's changed. I think he's improving. He's on the uptick in his play calling and his time management. I think Justin Jefferson, we were, I think, 1-8 with him last year. And he missed 8 games, and the 9 games he played, we were 1-8. And this guy tells me we were bad before Justin Jefferson came. No, we were good. Justin Jefferson's a great player. No need to dog everybody else that came before him. Justin Jefferson is a Viking for the next 5 years, and I'm ecstatic about it. But I hate it when like people just talk shit about your team and don't realize that you're in the NFC title game. We're in the NFC title game like once a decade. And winning season, 6 winningest franchise in NFL history since the merger. It's we're fine. We're not a poverty franchise as some people like to call us. We just haven't won a Super Bowl. Let's go. I think those times are changing. I think today it makes you feel like they're changing, and that's what I'm excited about. Happy JJ got his gifts up. So all that chat's up, Dave. The chat's up, Dave. Happy JJ. He got his gift. Sup. Oh, like, what's up? To all in the chat. Sup, Dave. Okay. That was hard to read, man. Again, I'm old. I get it. You're saying hi to me. Sup. All right. Sup. I'm so geeky I actually spell it. What's up? But thanks, man, for coming on. Skull for Life Barber. Great fan of the Vikings. Just optimistic all the time. Always there. Great listener. Great part of the community. Love it. But talking more about, and then you paired Kevin O'Connell with Kwesi Adofo-Mensah, who is starting to put put his stamp on the team. This whole idea is that we just run it back, and there's like 3 or 4 players left on this team from when he first started. This team is completely turned over. It was almost turned over entirely last year. We had like 8 guys since Zimmer. This team is turned over quite a bit, and now it's almost completely turned over. It's sad to see a lot of players go, but he's put his stamp on this team. His first draft, not so good. Last 2, we're pretty excited about. And then you go on to find that he trades and extends TJ Hawkinson. He extends Justin Jefferson. He hasn't proved to me until today that he's willing to overpay for a guy. I think he didn't want to. I don't think he wanted to give that much guaranteed money. I think the negotiation was there, and he was able to tack it on to his current contract. So that's awesome. That's completely awesome that we'll have him for 5 years instead of 4, with this year being bought out. So tap those 2 guys in together. And he's trying to help out. He's trying to help out Kevin O'Connell. I mean, they tried to keep Kirk Cousins. They wanted to go for it this year. They just weren't willing to give that 2nd year guaranteed that he wanted. He wouldn't have went to free agency. He would have got the 2nd year. I think he would have took less than 40. All signs were pointing less than 40, but he didn't want to do it. Is this a better situation? I could say yes, just because financially we're in a better situation with all that flexibility next year with no big quarterback contract. Sure. But it only works out if the QB works out, because you do not win in this league without at least a above average competent QB, and only if that QB is paired with an elite defense do you get a guy like Baltimore Ravens win a Super Bowl with a mediocre quarterback, or a Brad Johnson, or you got to have a good defense. And those Baltimore and that Tampa team back in the day were good, elite defenses. So we have to have at least competent, above average quarterback play. And that's something Sam Darnold has not put forward yet. He's only 26, so it might happen. And he's got the coaches to, help him out, man. Got to hope it. What do we got here? Well, we calling him Jettas now instead of JJ or Jets. We have to figure it out. Well, His logo is 2 J's. I think he's Jay Jetta. But Jettas make sense too. I don't know. I think it is. We got to figure it out. And I think the new bromance. And it was funny. Today, I believe Justin Jefferson followed JJ McCarthy and vice versa. Well, JJ McCarthy followed him and he reciprocated. Gary in the house. What's up, man? Go check this video out. But if you don't want to rewatch, if you just join and you don't rewatch this, don't bother. Everything I'm talking about is in my 2 recorded videos that are much shorter. I tend to repeat myself because it's live and you get people in and out or coming and going on live videos. So I will cover stuff over and over again, much like you'll watch morning news. Every hour is the same, or for 3 hours, and each hour is the same thing. That's what I kind of do with lives. So, but the things I've talked about are in my previous 3 recorded videos. One with Jason from Twitter, one with Skoldoc, and one with Alec Lewis from The Athletic. Great videos, great content. I read the NFL.com article on the Justin Jefferson video I posted this morning. And as of right now, 58 views. I posted a video. Justin Jefferson fulfills childhood dream, signs a mega contract. 58 people saw it. I don't blame anybody other than YouTube for not putting it out there, but do yourself a favor. Go over after this is done. Go watch that video. I go through the article and I play the video of Justin Jefferson announcement, give my thoughts on it. So don't rewatch this video. Go watch that one. Go watch Alex Lewis video. Everything I'm talking about, I talked about in those 2 videos, and you'll find out how cool, how awesome Alec Lewis is, man. The dude's just living a dream. He's not a Vikings fan. Grew up in Alabama. And he had a couple of cousins that were Vikings fans, and he knew about them. Percy Harvin, Brett Favre, stuff like that. And then he ended up interning, doing, sports news, interning. Ended up beat reporter for the Kansas City Royals, and now he's a Vikings beat reporter for the Athletic. So he's still young, man. He's gone through a journey, and his writing is awesome. He's upbeat. He's creative. He paints a picture, and when he talks, he paints a picture, man. You could see my bromance I had going on with the guy. He is a great dude, off camera and on. And honestly, it's not always the case, man. It's not always the case. 95% of the time, everybody's the same as they are on camera as they are on off camera. But sometimes, man, I don't know. But I love having guests. I hope you like them too. If you're watching, that's what I do here, man. I ask questions. I do interviews. I ask questions, and that's the kind of channel I like, and I appreciate everybody for being in here. We've had, people watching pretty steadily in the teens. I got 14 likes on this video. Make sure before you leave, you hit like and push this content. But do me a favor, man. Go over and check those recorded videos out. The Alec Lewis video for sure. My Justin Jefferson video is like 13 minutes long. It covers the whole thing. I read an article, I react to it, I play the video. If you want that, if you want to know all about the signing, that's the one. I appreciate it, guys. You know what? I think it's time to go, man. Make sure, and if you comment in those videos and you're subscribed, those recorded videos, if you comment in there, the Alec Lewis one, and then my Justin Jefferson video this morning, you are entered to win the Justin Jefferson autographed jersey if I get 3,000 subscribers. So just go over there, give me a skull, comment, you'll be entered to win. Let's get to 3,000. I was saying 2 years ago about this time, I was at 100 subscribers. 100 subscribers. I did my first video with rap in Skull Live. We met each other either late May or early June on air, like on air. That's how we met each other. We actually showed up to a video on air and did it, and then we did a show weekly called Skull Live. That was 2 years ago. I was at 100 subscribers, and now I'm at 2,000. What am I at? 2,868. I got 2 new subscribers in the last 10 minutes. I appreciate it, guys. You're my lifeblood. You're everything. The reason why we do this. Go watch GG Sports Podcast. Go watch Vocal Vike. Go watch all those dudes. We appreciate it. I'm gonna see you. I'm hoping, 100% hoping that I can make it to Skullfest. I had a job interview today, so let's go. Let's get a job, and then I can get to Skullfest. I'm out. Skull Vikes.